Dear magical Nintendo Santa, I know you don't exist, but here is my list of the things I'd like anyway. There are a few ideas I've thought of that would be fun to see in Splatoon 3. As the City of Chaos, this feels very appropriate and would keep the game fresh for longer. Friends can get together in private and make up their own rules for their own game. Set custom rules for each match, like only using a certain type of weapon. Charges only, anyone? How about only using sub-weapons, or constantly filling special weapons? Imagine the chaos. Set run speed to max, or no respawns. Choose an option to respawn randomly anywhere in the map. The host could set the music, even to ones from previous Splatoon games. I had a few ideas for spicing up some maps like the Splatfest ones. Nice rink stage where the ice is slippery. Once inked, it's still slippery to walk on, but swimming is just like normal. With invisible platforms like the ones in the single player. Maybe parts of the invisible map can be rotated by shooting fans, so players can't memorize it. A more complex shooting range. You can test out any gear options while you test weapons. Places to practice precise platforming skills. Maybe some bootcamp quests or goals, like a personal trainer to help guide your practice. Some AI might be nice for practice. Have a specific place to let them out whenever you want. New modes are a bit more extensive, but here's what I'd like. 2 players race side by side in identical run-of-the-gauntlet style or obstacle-filled halls. Gear abilities don't come into play, like Salmon Run, and you can only pick from one of 4 given weapons. In my example, players start out with a glass wall between them, so they can't shoot each other but still see across. Then for the ink rails, you can shoot the rails to change colour when the other player is midway across, so they fall and have to climb up the wall. Getting hit by enemy ink slows you down, but doesn't splatter the player, so you don't have to start at the beginning. Here, you have to shoot the buttons to turn around the platforms, and an Octo robot will throw some splat bombs, so don't stay still for too long, or get distracted shooting each other. I've seen streamers try to play tag or hide and seek, so why don't we have an actual mode for it? One squid is a different colour to the other 7, they are it. As soon as they touch the other player, they switch colours and the other is it. Reverse for hide and seek. All squids have to hide. The seeker finds and changes the colour of the other squids till one is left. Imagine Plants vs Zombies mixed with Storm the Castle. One team has 3 players with a king or a lion in the castle they have to protect. On the other team is 5 players. All have to cross the finish line in the castle or defeat the king, while the other 3 defend. But before the start, the defending team has 1 minute to set up a limited number of defences, such as sprinklers, ink mines, cannons, great walls, and tripwires or killer whales. They also have the defensive high ground in their castle, surrounded by a moat, swinging axes, and a trapdoor that can be manually activated. Then after that minute, the other team have 5 minutes to make it past all the traps, opposing team, and into the castle. They also have things like sponges, hedges, and a button to lower the drawbridge. Instead of competitive, how about more work together modes from Grisco? A mode where you have to herd salmon, sort the different types by shooting to change their direction. That way they get sorted into different cages across the area on the map. Or a scavenger hunt. Everyone has their own scavenger list of items. You get these items randomly, either by killing Octobots or sniping moving targets that drop loot. Certain items could be hidden at random, but hard to reach locations, so you have to check all potential locations. You win if everyone brings back the majority of the items on their combined lists. There are some things that I'd be really sad not to see. I'd really like for spectators to have a free roam camera, not just switching between players and top down. I think it would really make watching a lot more fun. And with the lack of a Wii screen, I'd like it if you could try having the map at the bottom of the screen as an option. Even being able to choose the size of the target circle. Being able to buy gear parts could help with the frustrating random grind you have to go through. After all, in this city, a few underground gear part makers isn't too unusual. There are 2 extra spots for more calls like stay back, hold and defend, or let's all charge. I think that would be pretty helpful. Maybe even some more poses, or dance moves for squid parties. Some quick poses like gloating or taunting would be fun for mid-game photo ops, like a peace sign or pretending to sleep. Well, that's all. I doubt many of the things will happen, but we can keep on dreaming.